Where's the streams at? Who's home? I'm home. I gotta stream this bitch, huh? Fixing to smoke me a bowl before I play this game. It's gonna be rough.
to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go, fellas. My stream's up, man. Game of the week in that other league against that guy talking all that shit, man. You running gunfight flex, man. Does that surprise you? No way, dog. First fucking.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. BUCS deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that would be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And that pass, a big one for Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford. The tight end Henry here in motion. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. They still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The BUCS offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 32 on the play. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Donald Parham, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 22!
Throwing is Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the BUCS. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the BUCS wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 BUCS. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 22!
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves. But this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Straight ahead, Walker. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Devin Lloyd, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Drill right, 22. 21.
Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hot 70, hot 70. 18 Rattler. Turn 19.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Check down to Breida. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamison Williams making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the BUCS are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford now to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford swings this out for Hunt.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the BUCS are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this 1st half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Viking 18. 19 Lions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Panther 11.
2nd and 1. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jamison Williams now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the BUCS are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Easy, easy. 59. 50. 53. Ready. Alert.
Stafford. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Alert. 32.
To throw is Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
59.
Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Rig alert.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Donald Parham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
22.
Now it's Stafford. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And give him a gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
What do you got? What do you got? 50-50.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, he's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the BUCS will get ready to go on offense. The BUCS offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Walker with another carry. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Drill right, 22.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the BUCS 19. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now to the ground, here's Walker. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it. I
don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Calvin Austin with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The BUCS offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After 60, after 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamison Williams from a yard out. And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On first down at Stafford. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on second and 13. Stafford looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Stafford here coming off his pick six. He's got him in, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yard.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Taken from about the 12. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw again. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he hauls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. Jamison Williams, 26 yards. And the Bucs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
59!
To throw is Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The BUCS offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Right side to Williams. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Here we go, set! Nothing 19, Warriors 17. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The BUCS try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
They're 20. And easy. At 50. 53. Ready? 22.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Right side, and he finds Gray. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a fourth down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
One last throw here for Stafford. He finds Austin complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's another one.